All right, so here we go with round one, and when you have what looks like a classic matchup of striker versus grappler, it doesn't always play out that way, but given what these fighters said to us on Thursday, the game plan seemed pretty good.
They're very clear game plans, but which one of them is able to implement the game plan most effectively? The grappler will try to get forward, get close, try to secure takedowns. He's even willing to pull guard to make sure that he is in the grappling situation. The striker needs to stay at space. The striker needs to maintain distance and fight behind that beautiful jab he possesses.
Well, we talked about his reach advantage off the top. Made good use of it there with that punch, DC.
Right hand punch from the clinch.
Well, perhaps a sign of things to come as he lands a kick there.
Nice kick landed by the clinch.
Single collar tie now. Oh, and he hip tosses him to the mat. Now we'll see what he can do from here, DC.
Right into side control. He's going to try to control him, then find a submission.
All right, side control now.
Yeah, he's going to try to attack Kimura here. He'll try to get him up on his right hip so that he can get pressure to...
Nicely done. All right, dominant position for him here. Full mount. If you're the bottom fighter, better start moving those hips, DC.
Oh, you got to start moving those hips. What you should do initially, right, is start to push at the knees. Push at the hips, create some distance, shrimp, and try to recollect half guard. Half guard sucks, but it's much better than being mounted fully by your opponent.
Well, he's more than content to work off of his back, DC, where he has been a magician in his UFC career. Might be a submission attempt here, champ.
I mean, you cannot sit in a full guard. When you sit in the full guard, you give these guys so many opportunities.
Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. 26 total strikes have now landed for Jorge Masvidal. Man, the striking class is in session. Beautiful punch there.
Great job landing. What a damaging punch.
Well, for years, Tyron Woodley had said Jorge Masvidal is the best boxer on this UFC roster. Certainly showed you the hands there.
I mean, he's showing it, man. I mean, he's showing it, John. This guy...
Oh, and he finally gets the takedown now. So what do they say? Try again. Now he's able to isolate that left arm.
Look for him to step over the top of the head to lift his opponent onto his hip to chase this finish. The Kimura is not the arm. It's the shoulder pressure that usually makes you tap.
Well, he's in a compromising spot here, DC. You got to figure out a way to get back to your feet. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Round two is next. All right, so we now look back at some of the action from that previous round, DC. A lot of good highlights on both sides.
I mean, a lot of good highlights from both competitors. They both should be very proud of what they accomplished. But I'm telling you, man, I'm not sure they can keep this up. If they land at this clip for another 5 minutes, somebody's going to sleep.
Ready to fight? Ready. Good.
And now Masvidal's uppercut is blocked. Looked like for a minute he had a window there. It closed quickly. Well, you see him land the jab there. He's got the reach advantage. You might as well use it. All right, he engages in a single collar tie here. Oh! Big shots exchanged in the pocket there.
Straight punch lands.
Oh, double leg lands. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. All right, bottom fighter here, maybe looking to hip escape, DC. Well, there are a few things more fun to watch in mixed martial arts than these type of transitions and scrambles on the ground.
High-level grappling can really be entertaining.
All right, good movement by him here on the ground. He really is a master of these transitions.
He is a master of movement on the ground. You never know where he's going to be.
Nurmagomedov's now trying for the Kimura. Then he's out. I love watching this guy move on the ground. Another nice transition there.
Such a high-level grappler. You don't see that very often.
Crazy accuracy seeing efficiency with these ground and pound strikes here, and if you're the opponent, you've got to intelligently defend or the referee's going to stop the fight.
Got to defend, but you can see him now starting to gain posture, and the intensity at which he's throwing these ground strikes is starting to improve. It's starting to elevate because he knows that he can get the finish.
All right, he's got side control here, DC. You know, he's got a lot of different submissions in his arsenal once this fight gets to the ground. Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Fight stats for you now, 59 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov. And in terms of the accuracy, landing with a 68% efficiency rate against Jorge Masvidal. Well, he was a little bit lackluster in round one. You can't say the same here in this second round. He has really picked...
He's gonna try to take him down. There you go.
Oh, how about the slam there? That one cannot feel good. All right, so you gotta be careful playing on the ground with this guy. You don't want to mess around for too long. All right, working inside his opponent's guard here.
You cannot sit in these jiu-jitsu guys' guard. And you can't have one. Right now, it looks like he may be trying to set up an arm triangle choke. He needs to secure the left arm, push it across, and secure it with his head. He needs to push the arm to the side, get his head against the mat. Now watch, as he goes to the finish, watch his chest go to the mat. He goes flat, all weight.
Nicely done. All right, so he postures up here and now figures to rain down some ground strikes.
Yeah, the ground and pound will be aplenty from this position.
All right, a lot of high-level striking action in that last round. Daniel, take us through it.
Tit for tat. Who has the best chin? It seemed as though they were looking for that answer. Both guys took risk. What a fantastic round.
Wow, those submission attempts were so close. This time, they want to get it.
You ready to fight? You ready?
Third round underway. Punches in bunches, and he hasn't really shown any signs of slowing down here tonight. I'm not sure how much more his opponent can take. Oh, nice job to land the straight punch there. Must be nice to have that kind of reach advantage, DC. I know you can't necessarily relate. Strong bottom work here, staying busy. Oh, and he escapes up to his feet. Very nice. Oh, and he connects there. Pretty nice punch there.
Great job finding the range to land those punches.
All right, so 74 total strikes have now landed for Khabib Nurmagomedov. And connecting at a pretty good clip thus far, 66% the accuracy rate against Jorge Masvidal. Well, you start to really worry about the wrestling, and there's that left hand from Khabib.
Underrated. I mean, it's a very
Double leg takedown attempt here, and that is a good attempt as he gets the fight back to the mat.
It's ideal. His ideal situation just happened. He got it on the shot, didn't have to put too much effort to finish. Great job.
Nurmagomedov's trying to lock up on a submission now.
He's gonna attack armbar here.
Oh, he postured up there, and he's out. All right, looks like he's got a couple hooks in here, DC, and defensively, you better be careful. All right, so inside the open guard of his opponent, you got to be careful playing around for too long here on the ground with this guy. Continues to apply pressure here in half guard. Back to the stand-up now, both fighters upright. Well, it's all pace and pressure down the stretch. He is really lighting them up now. Oh, single collar tie here.
Oh, nice. Double leg shot.
Oh, massive slam. That'll change the complexion of this one. All right, he's very comfortable fighting off his back, DC. Now looks like he's trying to hip escape.
Yeah, he's trying to hip escape or maybe look for a Kimura here.
A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control.
And now he has a headlock trying to pin his opponent's back down flat onto the mat. Look for him to transition to an arm triangle to try to chase the finish. Watch triangle, watch triangle.
30 seconds to glory, baby. 30 seconds.
Oh, nice job using his...
Now he's okay. Now he can escape.
A lot of top pressure being applied here. Oh, big combination of ground and pound strikes here, DC. This could be the beginning of the end.
I mean, you got to be very careful when you take these big ground and pound strikes. You need a controlled posture on the bottom, and if you're the top guy, the guy that's looking to finish, continue to gain posture and rain down big strikes on your opponent.
All right, let's take a look back at some of the replays from that last round.
Unbelievable to see these high-level competitors get in each other's face, tuck their chin, bite down on the mouth guard, and just let it all hang out over the course of 5 minutes.
You ready to fight? Ready.
Fourth round now, fight scheduled for 5 5-minute rounds. So he's really starting to put together some significant body shots here. These are going to take their toll as this fight goes on. Whiffs on the straight right hand.
Right hand punches the clinch.
And he landed the right hand there.
Nice body.
And he connects with a punch there. We'll see if he can follow it up.
He's landed that punch over and over again. What's he gonna do to follow up? Nice stick to the body. Way to mix up the target.
Back and forth we go here. Oh, that's a big right hand there from Gamebred. Boxing fundamentals, certainly not an issue for this guy. Very tough.
He's as sound as they come, right? A lot of times you see a guy that comes from a street fighting background, and they wing everything. They try to knock everyone out with every strike. Masvidal does not do that. Big double leg, level change.
Posturing up now.
And now the damage is about to start.
Oh, nicely done there as he escapes back to his feet. Well, as usual, suffocating work from the top here by Nurmagomedov. Well, he's staying pretty effective here, fighting off of his back. Nice strike landed there by the bottom by Gamebred. All right, side control now. We'll see if he can advance position. Looks like he's trying to isolate an arm here, DC.
Yeah, he's isolating it to try to get a Kimura. Notice he'll step over the head to try to get the Kimura. Oh, man, that was slick.
Beautiful movement, hip work on the ground here, just outstanding with the transition.
He is not staying in one place on the ground, and that's very important.
And now Masvidal's lower jaw now starting to show signs of swelling. A lot of top pressure being applied here as he works out of side control. Working off of his back here. Looks like he may try to hip escape. Back to the feet now.
Another clinch position. Oh! What a fantastic strike to throw at the exact right moment. Double leg shot.
Oh, he slams him down with authority. Well, anytime you are in a ground fighting situation with this fighter, you're potentially playing with fire. Bottom fighter trying to control posture, unable to do so.
And now he's in a lot of danger. He's got to grab that head or he's going to get blasted.
Masvidal's back in full mount. 20 seconds now remain in the round. Well, this is a tough fighter to buck off. Very good pressure and work here by Gamebred. Horn sounds for the end of round 4. Well, he certainly added to his highlight reel in that previous round, DC. A lot of effective kicks there to the body.
And he did a great job of setting up those kicks. He's not throwing blind body kicks. He's not just throwing the kick. He's throwing it behind jabs. He's throwing it behind punches, making his opponent think high, and then blasting that kick right into his opponent's body.
Have a seat, have a seat. Listen, everything you're doing is great. It's working great. Our game plan.
All right, so here we go with our next round. DC, you are known for having one of the higher fight IQs in the game, and I would put him on that list after what we saw in terms of the body work there in the previous round.
He did a fantastic job of mixing up his target, not headhunting, going to the body, making that investment into forcing a mistake later that will allow him to chase his finish. Big punch lands over the top. How's he gonna follow this one? Shot a double leg.
Oh, wow. Slams him to the canvas with authority. All right, side control now. All right, he's trying to control posture here. Now trying to hip escape.
He's just trying to move out of this position off the bottom.
Masvidal gets up. He is back on the feet here. throwing that jab, no good. Oh, big head kick there. Oh! Trying to go to the body here, unable to find the target. Now his opponent's really on the ropes.
His opponent's on beat street. He's hurt so bad. I don't know what he's gonna do to stay in this fight.
Now goes in and secures the takedown. All right, well, both fighters pretty comfortable on the ground, DC, but you got to be very careful hanging out here for too long if you're his opponent. Well, you know I don't like the gi very much, but I have an appreciation, and Nurmagomedov's going for the arm submission.
Oh, wow, oh!
Then he's out. Under 2 minutes remain in the fight. All right, north-south position. Now we'll see who transitions first. A lot of top pressure being applied here.
Now he's on top of him looking for the finish.
And now Masvidal's lower jaw is just nasty at this point. Really swollen in that area now. Under a minute now to go in the fight. Side control now, DC. A lot of options at his disposal from here. Good movement by him here, transitioning very well on the ground tonight.
Step for step, he's staying with his opponent in every transition.
30 seconds now to go in the round. All right, working out of side control here. His opponent trying to control posture, but you got to be careful here. Final 10 seconds of the fight. What a fight.
Boom, body kick right there, landed perfect.
All right, now we check out some of the action from that previous round, DC. How about the display of striking?
Just high level. I mean, you would think that we're watching a K1 level kickboxing match opposed to being in the UFC. Both displayed great technical skills, unbelievable striking.
All right, the official decision is in. It resides with the venerable Bruce Buffer.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 5 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the contest, 50-45. Declaring the winner by unanimous decision, Khabib the Eagle Nurmagomedov.
Well, he did not get the finish that he certainly prioritized when we sat down with him in our fighter meeting, but a win is a win. He gets it done by unanimous decision.
And he said he wanted to finish, but sometimes your opponent's not willing to play the game. In those instances, all you can do is